Irwin Mitchell this week. I'll be with you this week and next week as Irwin will travel to the Georgia-Florida game down in Jacksonville. We'll be back with you in just a moment with the highlights of the Dalton-Rome game, our special guest, and our scouting report on Ringgold, next week's opponent. This is Mac McIntyre saying stick with us. We'll be right back with an interview with Coach Chappell.
They say all interior design stands on carpeting. When you walk into a room and look down on a wear-dated carpet, that room starts looking up. Wear-dated carpet. If we're not standing behind it, you shouldn't be standing on it.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Patrick Mead with Hardwick Bank. You know, we've been partners with the Dalton business community for over 120 years. We've helped in the shaping of the carpet industry through an aggressive hard work philosophy to maximize your business success. We offer a wide array of commercial loan, and we specialize in SBA 504 lending for a new construction or new equipment purchase. Hardwick also offers an innovative accounts receivables financing package that can help you by decreasing your interest expense and fee exposure. By utilizing state-of-the-art technology, we can give you quick, accurate service. And remember, as a local hometown bank, all of the credit and business decisions regarding your company are made right here. Let Hardwick Bank work hard for you. After all, Hardwick Bank means business.
Hardwick Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, an equal housing lender, 278-3030. Shaw Industries is proud to be a sponsor of the Bill Chappell Show exclusively on your official hometown TV station, Falcon Cable TV 6.
Welcome back to the Bill Chappell Show and our interview with Coach Chappell. Dalton High was victorious over Rome this past Friday night, 42-14 to go 8-0 with Ringgold coming up this next Friday night. Coach Chappell, congratulations on the big victory. Let's have your comments.
Thank you, Mac. It's nice to have you with us.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
It was a tough football game. It was a much closer game than the score indicates. 42-14 sounded like we had a rout, but we didn't. We broke it loose in the fourth quarter. I thought at the first of the ball game, the first time we had the football, we went right down and scored. And the next time we got the ball, we went right down and scored and had them 14-0. And I thought then we had them on the ropes, but we just didn't knock them out. They came back and they made a ball game out of it for 3 quarters. And our defense got some good turnovers for us, an interception and a fumble recovery, and we took those things in and took advantage of their mistakes and got some points. And I think when we got ahead about 35-14, I think they decided the ball game was over.
That's what the boys said. You could see it in their eyes that they quit. And the guys told me that this is the biggest, fastest team that they've played, and reminds us of those West Rome teams, the kind of talent that these guys, they still got it in Rome, hadn't they?
Oh, the talent is there. It's a mystery, and not being on the field with them every day, I would hesitate to give any idea as to what the problem is or anything, but the talent is there. The size, they got strength, they got speed, and certainly they got the natural talent. They just hadn't put it together yet.
You were telling me about those 3 things that you have to have a winning football team.
Well, everything starts with attitude.
Right.
And then discipline and organization. You got to have those 3 things. Plus, you go back to what years and years ago, people used to ask me a lot of times, what do you look for in a football player? First thing I want to find in a football player is character. Mm-hmm. Can I turn my back on him and trust him? The next thing that I would really look for in a young man is his desire and dedication. You can't separate that. And then, of course, attitude. I said that early. But then the last thing is his talent. We've had championship teams at Dalton where we weren't overloaded with talent, but we had the other ingredients. We had the character, we had the desire, the dedication, the attitude, and we've had a team or two that had a lot of talent, but wasn't overloaded with those other things, and they didn't do as well. So in the long run, a kid with character, desire, dedication, and proper attitude, if he's got talent too, then you got a stud.
Yeah.
But you can win games.
Well, we've seen some good big teams in Ridgeland and Rome, and 42-14 against that kind of talent speaks well for our guys.
Well, our people hung in there and fought all night. We didn't tackle well in the first half. You have to be honest about that. We didn't play our usual aggressiveness and tackle as well as we should have. And then offensively, after we got the 2 touchdowns, we didn't attack the way we should have either. Now in the second half, I thought everything improved a lot more. Our kids, this is a team of character. Now they've proven that, and certainly against Murray County and Cedartown, when you
come back 3 times.
When you go in and behind, and you're behind, and you have to come back, and everything's on the line, then that character comes out. And our kids are character. I've been extremely pleased and proud of this crowd. And it hurts, and I get real disappointed, I guess, when it's not there every play. You're always looking for perfection. You're always looking to see 11 people do their job at their full speed on every play. And when you get that, then you've got a heck of a football team.
Well, 8-0, I know you've got to be pleased so far. Let's get into Ringgold next week now. Let's talk about them a little bit. During the week I hear these comments about, if you listen to the scouting report, Dalton doesn't stand a chance to win, and we still win. But, Coach, really these last 2 teams have had good talent, and we're not kidding when we talk about Ringgold either, are we?
No, Ringgold, nobody has scored much against Ringgold. Rome scored 13 points. Northwest scored 7, and Northwest has been averaging 20-something points a game. Rome could score as many Rome wanted to if they'd get things right. Nobody has scored much against them. Defensively, they look real tough. They're an experienced football team, particularly on defense. Offensively, they run the wing T, and they have a good passing game. I rate their passing game probably better than their running game. And they've got a punter that's really outstanding. He's had some good games, and he's had some bad games. But he's capable of really punting the ball as well as Jay Dukes does. And Jay Dukes is a heck of a high school football punter. This is a dangerous team. Ringgold's a dangerous football team. And Mac, we say this often too. We bring out the best in everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And checking tapes on Rome before we played them, they didn't play with the intensity that they did against Dalton. They were intense the other night. They were playing tough. Everybody that we play seems to want to rise to the occasion when Dalton comes to town, and that's why our kids have got to play their best. We have got to respect our opponent every week. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We have got to respect them because we know that they're going to do the best they can. So that means that we got to be at our best every Friday night. No such thing as an off week. No such thing as being down. We can't afford to be down. We're not that good. We got to play our best every week, and we got to play our best every play.
Well, Coach, we'll get into the scouting report and a few more details on the Ringgold team with Coach Swopes in a little bit, but we wish you well. We got Ringgold this Friday night, fans. Then we've got an off week, and then Northwest will come in for our final game the following week. So stay tuned for the rest of the Bill Chappell Show.
All across America, people are working to build their dreams, their futures. Your independent insurance agent understands the need to protect those hopes and dreams. We help protect millions of homes, autos, and lives, and more businesses and employees than anyone else. To protect your hopes and dreams, see your independent insurance agent. It pays to make the independent choice.
It pays to see Pruden and Brooks. Call 278-1149.
The Green Spot at 309 West Emory Street has been your grocery shopping choice in the same location for 34 years. The meat department at the Green Spot has the freshest meats hand-cut daily and never prepackaged. The produce department at the Green Spot is second to none for freshness and service. The Green Spot specializes in personal service and customer satisfaction. Your complete one-stop grocery store is the Green Spot on West Emory Street, open 6 days a week.
There's a carpet sale underfoot with savings so big you'll want to kick up your heels. But don't worry, partner. The carpet is made with Anso Crush Resistor Nylon, the fashionable fiber for your walk of life. And hers, too. Anso Crush Resistor, the most fashionable fiber underfoot.
Carpets of Dalton. For the best prices on the biggest selection of floor coverings, exit 135, under the big sign in Dalton, Georgia.
Welcome back to the Bill Chappell Show. Tonight, to give our scouting report, we have Coach Ron Swopes. Ron, glad to have you on the Bill Chappell Show.
It's nice to be here.
Tell us about Ringgold, and we heard Coach Chappell talk about him a little bit, but you were there to scout them along with Brian, and so tell us a little bit about Ringgold and what the fans can look forward to.
I think when you talk about Ringgold, you definitely have to talk about their offense, and the quarterback is 6'5", and the split end is 6'7". They're a nice team. They work good together. Throw the ball up in the air. The kid's 6'7". He's going to jump up and come down with it, and it's great to watch. And another thing to say about him is UTC was there scouting him Friday along with us.
Yeah.
He had a good chance to talk to them, and they had a lot of things to say about him, and it looks like he will go to a nice college to play football. Their passing game is most of their attack, and their quarterback's a good athlete. He can scramble. Most of the time, he's gonna roll out. He's not going to sit in the pocket.
Well, you heard Coach Chappell talk about their punter and compare him to Jay Dukes.
Yeah.
So they do have a good kicking game.
Well, Friday, I think he averaged 30 yards a punt, which, you know, it's average high school, but nothing like Jay Dukes is. But then again, he's had his games.
Yeah. Well, you know, every week when we give the scouting report, and then I get the fans come up and they say, well, you know, I don't see how we're going to win this week. And we always, so far, 8-0, keep up winning. But like Coach Chappell said, if we take anybody lightly, we may get beat. And you saw Ringgold, you know they've got the talent, right?
Oh, yeah, they definitely have the talent to, you know, like Coach Chappell talked about their defense. They haven't been scored on much. They do have a nice, solid defense. And, you know, you got to play tough against teams like that with good defense. That is how you win games, is the defense.
Right. Well, Coach Swopes, we hope you're enjoying your first year here at Dalton High.
I'm enjoying it. I love it here.
That's good. And you're doing a good job with your scouting reports because Dalton is being well prepared every week on defense and offense. So good luck to you, and thanks for the job that you're doing for us, and we'll see you again next week. We'll be back with the rest of the Bill Chappell Show in just a moment.
That's Mommy's little sweetheart.
Now there's a new Stainmaster carpet that handles foot traffic like never before. New Stainmaster Extra Life. Only from
honor student, athlete, and survivor. He shouldn't have even lived through the car accident, and for 40 days he lay in a coma, his lungs damaged and his legs burned and broken. But even before Kevin came to, his family knew that in time and with therapy, Kevin would recover. Thanks to the most complete range of hospital services in North Georgia at Hamilton Medical Center in Dalton. Now Kevin's back on the move from an accident he barely survived.
Welcome back to the Bill Chappell Show. I'm Mac McIntosh, filling in for Erwin Mitchell this week. And this is my favorite part of the show. This is what it's all about. We have three of our fine catamounts with us tonight. Starting on my far left is Ricky Hammondtree. In the middle there is Michael Cochran. And right here on my right is J.T. Finley. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Let's start down here with Ricky. You're a junior.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what position you play and a little bit about the game Friday night.
Well, I play a quarterback and defensive back and some special teams. Where it's just the first half a hard-fought game. It came out and pumped up. We got on top of them, and they just, I don't know. I guess we went to sleep, like Coach Chappell said, and it almost came out with it. But
Well, you know, it really makes the fans feel good to know we have you to back up Benji if he goes down, and you got to play quite a bit in the Ridgeland game, right, Ricky?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what's your favorite part of the game?
Yeah.
Special teams, and then what?
Special teams, that's my favorite.
You like to
play
on the special teams, get to hit people.
Yeah, but you gotta have your head up.
Yeah.
You get hit also.
I tell you what, that's good for a quarterback, like to hit people. So we're glad you're a junior, and congratulations on a good year, and we look forward to seeing you again this Friday night.
Thank you, sir.
And in the middle here we have Michael Cochran, also a junior. Michael, glad to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Tell everybody your position and a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm offensive guard, and I deep snap. And Friday night I got my first chance to go into a game where it's pretty much hectic, and got the snap. First snap I was pretty nervous. Went back there kind of wobbly, but after that I thought I did pretty good.
Well, that's great. That's an important part of the game, is getting that ball back there, and everybody's watching. You can't hide, can you?
No, sir.
Michael, tell me a little bit about how you prepare for the game, your daily routine, maybe.
Well, like on Mondays we go in, and before practice we watch films, see what we made mistakes on it. And after practice, when we go to practice, after the film, we just correct those mistakes, and we start running plays against Ringold's defense, which we'll be playing Friday.
And then you taper off on Wednesdays and Thursdays and get ready for Friday. Let's see, you have a brother?
Yes, sir.
And his name is?
Alan Cochran.
Alan Cochran,
yes,
and he's a sophomore?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you've got another year, and we got Alan coming up, so you're having a great year. We look forward to watching you, and keep up the good work.
Yes.
Now on my right here we have J.T. Finley. J.T., tell us what you play, and
well, I play receiver, wide out.
you had a brother that played?
Chris Finley.
Yeah.
He now plays at Tennessee Westland.
Well, you come from a Catamount tradition, and J.T. is just a junior also.
Yes.
J.T., they wanted me to ask you this question. How many passes have you caught this year?
Well, the only thing I've caught is a cold, which was last game against Rome.
All right. Well, I tell you what, you may make up for that this Friday night.
I'm hoping, I'm waiting.
Ringo at Harmon Field. So wish you well this coming week.
Thank you, sir.
So these are three of our Catamount juniors. We're glad to have you on the Coach Bill Chappell Show, and we wish you the best.
Thank you, sir.
This is Mike McIntosh saying we'll be right back with the rest of the Bill Chappell Show.
They say all interior design stands on carpeting. When you walk into a room and look down on a wear-dated carpet, that room starts looking up. Wear-dated carpet. If we're not standing behind it, you shouldn't be standing on it.
Continental Products on Bonnie Oaks Drive is committed to service and is the largest in-stock film packaging distributor in the Southeast. Continental Products has qualified professional warehousemen and provides the best service, quality, and competitive pricing possible. Continental Products has with packaging conversion machines and a wide variety of specifically engineered packaging and textile products based on tomorrow's technology today with a large modern fleet. Continental Products now has a new line of packaging containers for the adhesive industry. Continental Products is truly committed to service.
At BASF, we help make carpet more colorful, more durable, more valuable for your home team. At BASF, we don't make the carpet, we make it better.
Welcome back to the Bill Chappell Show. Tonight, to give the highlights of our film, we have Coach Katie on my left and Coach McClurg on my right. These guys need no introduction, and welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you, Mac.
Thank you, Mike. We've been talking about the mix of our older coaches and our new coaches, and looks like everything's just gelling right together here. All you guys are mixing together and doing a good job.
Well, you are indicating that we're the young coaches, the new coaches, not
well,
the old coaches.
Middle-aged coaches, let's put it that way. So
we do have some great guys. There's some fine individuals and fine people and fine teachers, and it's been a fun year.
They're working real hard.
David, we haven't mentioned on the show yet that injury report. Craig may have a little. Tell us about Craig, Katie.
Oh, he just bruised his shoulder a little bit and lost feeling of it during the ball game at the first after our second touchdown.
Yeah.
But he's going to be okay.
Well, that's what Coach Chappell said, and we look forward to him being out there again this Friday night. And he's having a great year, and so is the team, guys.
Doing real well. That's about as good as you can do, isn't it?
8-0. We got 2 to go, so we'll be looking forward to this next week, and we appreciate you guys taking your time to come out and to narrate the film. So we'll be back with the film between Dalton High and Rome right in a minute.
His childhood will have so many ups and downs. And these stairs will hold a lot of memories. But you won't find little mementos in the carpet, because carpet of Trevera polyester has stain resistance that won't wear off in heavy traffic. It's built for beauty that lasts.
Eric!
So chances are,
Just don't understand.
your patience will wear thin long before Trevera does. Of course, one day he'll find himself. When he does, find him a place of his own. For carpet that can take anything. Well, almost anything. Trevera.
Sports South, November. The collegiate lineup's loaded with variety. Close to 25 live or tape-delayed football matchups, live college hockey, and live college basketball. How about a heaping of live pro coverage? NBA basketball with the Atlanta Hawks, the CFL Grey Cup playoffs, Atlanta Knights hockey, and racing preview shows. All on Sports South in November.
At BASF, we help make carpet more colorful, more durable, more valuable for your home team. At BASF, we don't make the carpet, we make it better.
Well, Coach Cagey, it was certainly a nice evening for football. It had a little rain early, but Phil was in good shape, and Rome was kicking off to us.
Yeah, number 80 kicked off right there into John Fordham. John really does a good job here. He had a little hole there, a little seam there to the left, and I don't guess he saw it happen so quick. Well, we're going to sweep on the first play here, and I tell you, just well blocked, well executed, and Jose just really does a good job right there. I'm telling you, he just hits that thing running full speed. So we come back and run a sweep. Well, we're going to replay this one, and you can see that Jose's determined to get downfield, and he does a good job right there. He's a big boy. We come back on the next play and run a sweep to the left, and he doesn't get much out there, and shows his athletic ability here. And I want you to watch Benji block right there. Great block by Benji. Puts us down about the 4-yard line. Come back on the very next play and run Jeff up the middle, and he picks up 2 down to about the 2. Come back and run a sweep with Ty Macon, and he scores. So real quickly, we're on top, 6-0.
That was a great drive, and here's Jay Dukes kicking the extra point, and Craig Cady snapping, and Charlie Bethel holding. And we go up 7-0 with 10:16 to go in the first quarter. Jay Dukes kicking off, and Jay kicks the ball with good height, good distance down into the end zone, and that's a very big plus for us. They take over on the 20. They come back. That's illegal. They crack back in there on our end. That's illegal, but we do a good job of stopping that with George Woods and Kevin Carpenter. They come back and run a little quarterback draw. And here again, the ball pops out, but they rule that he was down. No, they did not rule he was down, but they jumped back on the football and end up picking up about 6 or 7 yards. So it gives them a first down. We come with a little blitz, and George Woods doing a fine job there, along with Kevin Carpenter and Craig Cady and John Fordham. John, I thought we had an opportunity right there to make a sack with Craig, and this is George Woods making the tackle. This was a fine quarterback in Arnold. Great job right there by Jason High. Here's a replay we had a little stun on. Jason does a good job of getting up through the hole and making something big happen on third down. So they punt the ball, and they had a very poor kicking game.
Well, Ryan Manningham did a real good job right there.
Outstanding job.
Coming up and catching that in traffic. So we try to hit Ryan deep and just right off his fingertips there. Come back on the very next play. I think we're running a sweep here. Right to the short, turn to the weak side, and I tell you, Jose does a good job just picking up 3 or 4 yards on his own right there. So we have a third down, about 5. Come back, run Jeff. Jeff gets us within about 6 inches of the first down. So on 4th down, we decided to go for it here, and we felt confident we could make it, and we barely made it. Next play, Benji gets sacked. Blocking breaks down, so we lose about 5 or 6 yards. Run Jeff on a play right up the middle, and he picks up 5 we lost. And now we're third down and 10. On a little delay pass to Tolly across the middle, and I think Tolly picks up the first. He picks up the first down here. Run sweep. Jose just couldn't get much going on that one, but I'll tell you, he's showing some ability. Comes back here and runs a sweep to the other side. He lowers his shoulder and picks up some good yardage. Come back and hit Ryan Manningham on a little slant route, and Ryan does a good job, good concentration. Ty's lowering his shoulders and taking it on down close to the 1 yard line. And Benji takes it in to put us up 13-0.
Once again, same kicking kicker Jay Dukes and holder Charlie Bethel and Craig Cady doing the snapping. With the 1:17 to go in the first quarter, Dalton is up 14-0. Jay Dukes kicking off. Once again, kicked the ball off down to about the 1 yard line. This is Miko Crawford, who is an outstanding football player. And we do a good job of on this coverage. Very fine job of covering on the kickoff. So they take over on first down. They run a little power lead in there. That was well played by Kevin and Craig Cady. They come back on an option play. See, they had several great athletes, outstanding athletes. This was Andy Eskew that was chasing him down from behind. They throw incomplete. And their punter, once again, punts the ball just about straight up in the air. He was a very, very quick kicker.
Oh, you did a good job right there, Coach.
Just getting out of the way.
You did a good job working on that all week during practice on our short punt. Come back here and run a little sprint out. Ball's a little underthrown. Benji don't make that mistake too often, but a little wet that night. And come back with a draw to Jose, and does a pretty decent job right there. Thought he might if he cut back to the left, but that's easier said than done. Come back here and they run a outside linebacker blitz, and we're getting negative yardage now.
This was Jay snapping the ball, and this is Michael Cochran doing the snapping, and Michael did an excellent job of coming in and filling in for Craig. And this is Andy Eskew down in the ball, along with Darby McCamey on the about the 10-yard line. They come back with the inside trap, and this is Bo Hammock making the tackle along with Marcel Anderson, starting cornerback. Here they come with Miko Crawford. We miss a tackle there, and we just can't miss those kind of tackles. It's Jason High making the play. Jason High and Kevin Crawford starting linebacker, and Blake Smith at the nose. Percy Harrison, Darby McCamey at the tackles, Craig Cady, Heath Patterson at the end, Marcel Anderson, John Fordham, at the corners, and George Woods and Bo Hammock at the safeties. Here's Miko Crawford. He does a lot of things for them, and it's Kevin Crawford making the tackle, along with assistance from Blake Smith. They come back and run the power, and here again he's making a nice cut, and Blake Smith hems him up and makes the tackle. Boy has the ability to make you miss him. Here was just a busted play, and they pick up about 7 yards on it. And Bo Hammock making the tackle. They come with a sweep, a toss sweep to Crawford, and here he goes down the sideline for a touchdown of some 32 yards. So he's about a 205 and 5'11", very strong. Has the ability, as I said, to make you miss. He runs good balance, and now it's 14-7 in favor of Dalton.
We need to do something here, and we don't pick up the yardage we need. Good return by John Fordham, though. I tell you, they had some good speed coming down the field. And so we take over on about the 33-yard line, and well played by them. We try a little trap in the middle. Come back, run our veer out to the right side, and they play it real good in there. Third down, need to make something happen here. This is a good screen pass here to Jeff Green. Good block out there by Clint Bagley and Lane Lewis. Lane Lewis made a real critical block on that. He's our right guard. Come back, try to run another play, and this is a good catch by Ryan Mittingham. And then after he makes a catch, he picks up the first down. So we're actually moving the ball. They played that good with Jose, but I tell you, he's going to make the first tackler miss most of the time. Come back, and boy, this is a good play, but Benji loses the football. That night, I thought he was down, but I can see right now he was not down. And that was a good call by the official. So they take over.
They take over after a turnover. Come back and throw a little waggle pass, and then trying to throw a screen pass back to Miko Crawford, and he runs down the field. Jason Hyde and Heath Patterson knocked him out of bounds. He was a fine player. Doggone, he was good. All right, this was Jason and Blake Smith. Here they come back to the same play, a little reverse or inside trap. This is Robbie Robinson in on the tackle. This is Arnold throwing to their tight end, Green, for a first down. He's certainly a load also, and it's Marcel Anderson making the tackle for another first down. They run a power play. We play it good there, force him outside, and that was a good job by Marcel and also Heath Carroll in at linebacker making the tackle. Come back and throw the little out route, and it was just dropped by Green into the flats. This is a big play here. They come back and run a little waggle and hit Green once again. We miss him. The first man missed him, and Marcel coming up making the tackle. This is just a short pass out into the flats, and it's thrown short to Green. And here comes Arnold out on the corner, throwing, and fine job there. Fine job by George Woods of tipping the ball away. And then they come back and practice again right there. And good pressure. It was Percy Harrison making good pressure. And Kevin Carpenter, George Woods. And they force them into a field goal attempt, and they kick the ball off to the left. So it was a big goal line stance right there, and a big play in the ball game, possibly a turning point for us.
So we're just going to kill the clock and run out the ball, we'll kill the ball and run out the clock. I'll get it right in a minute. And so that's the end of the first half, and we've lost a little momentum, Coach.
Well, we did, but our kids had an attitude adjustment for themselves, and we come back and take a look at the second half after a commercial break.
We ran a test on our carpet. Naturally, Day, we walked it, 50,000 foot treads. And we proved that Anso Crush Resistor still looked good because Anso Crush Resistor bounces back. But when you come into the showroom, you may want to bring some test equipment of your own. Anso Crush Resistor, the carpet that bounces back.
The Cope Company's quality comes first. Cope Machinery Company providing precision work with computer-aided manufacturing, giving you the versatility needed for today's manufacturing, including the carpet and carpet-related industries. Cope Brothers Construction, general contractors for all your industrial, mechanical, commercial, and residential construction needs. Cope Pool Builders, quality work building all types of swimming pools, commercial and residential, including full-service maintenance. All major brands, pool equipment, spas, chemicals, and replacement parts. For all your construction, pool, and machinery needs, call the Cope Companies today, 226-0989.
His childhood will have so many ups and downs. And these stairs will hold a lot of memories.
Hello, dear.
But you won't find little mementos in the carpet, because carpet of Trevera polyester has stain resistance that won't wear off in heavy traffic. It's built for beauty that lasts.
Derek!
So chances are,
You just don't understand.
your patience will wear thin long before Trevera does. Of course, one day he'll find himself. When he does, find him a place of his own. For carpet that can take anything. Well, almost anything. Trevera.
Picking up the action in the second half, Dalton will be kicking off, and Jay Duke's doing the kicking. He kicks the ball down to about the 1, and we'll pick the ball up and start the return. And this is Darby McCamey making the tackle, along with Kevin Crawford. They come back to first play, and they fumble the snap from center, and this is Darby McCamey initially making contact. He gives a little motion on the waggle pass and throw the ball up the field. Incomplete, trying to hit the tailback out of the backfield. This is Arnold throwing the ball, and well played right there by Heath Patterson. Good job by Heath, and forced him into a punt, and we're playing pretty good right here. And once again, I think he must average about 15 yards.
I like the way Darby got off the field there, Coach.
They did a good job. The guys were alert into the game.
We come back and run a little waggle pass of our own, and they had us well covered, and Benji decides to run the ball and picks up about 2 or 3 yards. Come back, run play off tackle, and Jeff Green picks up about 7 or 8 yards. So we come back, run the same play, and the ball slips loose, and they pick up the ball, so defense got to go to work, Coach.
Well, a sudden change, and you got to be mentally prepared for sudden changes. And they do a good job here. Well done. A lot of people getting to the football, and it's good to see those red and white jerseys around the ball like that. Good swarming defense. On second down, they throw a ball out into the curl area, and there's Jason Hyde, a junior linebacker, making a fine interception and getting the ball back and puts us in good field position.
So we come back with a sweep, and they're starting to play the sweep now, Coach, but we come back and run Jeff, and Jeff picks up good yardage right up the middle. Come back and run off tackle and run our veer, and I'm going to tell you, Jeff does a real good job right there. Good blocking right there. Tolly Campbell did a good job blocking right there. We do a poor job blocking on that play and actually lose yardage, so we're going to run a sweep here, or fake the sweep. Benji keeps it. Actually, Tolly was open in the end zone, but Benji wisely just knew he could score and decided to. Benji's got good speed, Kevin.
Yeah, he showed some speed there after he outran that one man. And this is Jay Dukes kicking the extra point, and that puts us up 21-7 with 5:20 to go in the third quarter. So Jay's kicking off. Here again, he kicks the ball off to about the 5-yard line with good height, and we miss the tackle there, and it opens up, and this is John Fordham doing his job as a safety man and making an excellent open field tackle. That's not That's not easy to do. Here they come, and we had it well played, and they just outrun us right there on the corner. And there's Bo Hammett coming up and making a tackle.
They called
a face mask on that one and moved the ball on down the field. So this is their fullback. This is Darby McCain along with Jason High making the tackle. This is a little delay draw play. And this is Miko Crawford, and that was Kevin Carpenter making the tackle on Miko Crawford. And they throw their slot back down to about the 1 yard line, and that was John Fordham making the tackle. And thought we had it well played there, and he takes the ball into the end zone. Crawford does for a touchdown. And now they're right back in the ball game after a kicking game broke down there, and they just take us right on into the end zone. And about 4 plays. Now it's 21-14, and they're right back in the ball game and pumped up. And this will be Green kicking the ball into the end zone, so we'll start off on the 20.
Okay, we come back and run the sweep. Jose does a good job. Gets a good block by Jeff Green right there, and doesn't show it, but Robbie Robertson made a good block right there on that play. Gets good field position. I don't know how many yards Jose ended up with, but
I think he had 137 yards.
Good night. Of course, in the middle, it was real tough going for Jeff, and right there, we just missed the block. Number 9 was really a good defensive play. Here we come back with a screen and with wet field, and Jeff just slips. That's set up good, though.
Once again, this is Jay Dukes punting, and Michael Cochran snapping and doing an excellent job, and has an excellent punt. The ball goes out of bounds on about the 6 yard line. So they take over on the 6 and run one play, and we knock the fullback down there at the line of scrimmage for yard loss. He breaks down containment. They lock the ball up, and Jason tips it and right into John's hand, and John Fordham is very alert. We'll see a replay of this. We had good pressure by Craig Cady. John takes the ball and takes it down to the 4-3 yard line, and another big play by John Fordham, who just continues to make big plays for us. We'll move into action into the fourth quarter.
All right, so first play, we run off tackle and gets us down to about the 6-inch line, and then Ginger takes it in for a touchdown.
So big turnover, and we were able to capitalize on each of our turnovers. And Jay Dukes kicking the extra point now. After we counted their score, now it's 28-14, and still a long ways to go in the ball game, and a very exciting ball game. Certainly a hard-fought ball game. So here is Jay kicking off. Kicks the ball. That was in the end zone. I don't know why he ran it out, but anyway, they run the ball out, and it's Peter Putnam down making the tackle along with Kevin Crawford. Big series. They do a good job there. That's an excellent job. Jason High, of course, they had been very successful on that play. Here they give us motion again. They run the play again, and they mishandle the ball. And we make a big recovery right there. Let's see that. I believe that was that Heath that covered that ball?
I think so, Coach. We hit Tolly Campbell here on a little pass, and come back and try it with Jeff, and they played that real good. And come back and run a little slant route to John Fordham for the touchdown.
Well, that was big. That was really big, and here again it's set up off of another turnover, and we were able to capitalize on all of the turnovers on Friday night, and that's very big and very positive for our football team. Jay Dukes kicking another extra point, so it makes the score 35-14. He scored very quickly there, and one of his poor kickoffs down to the 5 yard line, and it's Marcel Anderson down making first a hit, and Miko Crawford. I tell you what, he was a punishing runner.
Boy, he was good.
He had 2 stumps. Look at that. That's a great move right there. He is a fine runner, outstanding runner. Chasing high in on the tackle. This is George Woods making the tackle. Hey, that's he's a good one. Well played there by Heath Patterson, and also Marcel Anderson. Senior defensive end and junior cornerback. And a big play by Percy Harrison, a senior tackle, and Jason Hyde. Also Heath Patterson in on that tackle. Big play, come up third down, we run the waggle pass, great pressure. We flush him out, we got to tackle better than that. Big play and a big tackle there by Heath Patterson. Brought up a fourth down, and here again he's getting off a short punt, and we were playing in our safe, and we did not go back to field the punt.
All right, we come back and run a sweep here. Ty Macon. Ty picks up good yardage, and we'll score on real quick here on the veer. Not on this play, however. This is just a play off tackle. Here it is. No.
It's going to be on an option play.
Yeah. But we're just running the ball right now. This is Jose. Good job on the sweep. Good blocking there. Here's the touchdown run. Yeah. It just shows his athletic ability right there.
It's a nice cut. Nice cut. See a replay of it. There's two guys missing. He shows a lot of speed. He covers a lot of ground every time he takes a step. So that was big in the ball game, and that put us up 41 and made it 42 to 14 with 2:58 to go in the fourth quarter. Jay kicking off, and here he gets all of this one and kicks the ball about 4 yards deep into the end zone, and they will take over on the 20-yard line. Here again, this is Miko Crawford, tackled by Kevin Crawford.
Are they related?
I don't think so. And then Crawford once again running the ball, and Jason High and on the tackle. That's a good job right there by Heath Carroll, number 73, a sophomore linebacker. This is Jay Dukes and Kevin Crawford. This is Kevin Crawford and Heath Carroll, and on the tackle, and so they run out the clock, and a very hard-fought football game, a 42 to 14, and one that our young men were very proud to win, and certainly it was, as I said, a very hard-fought ball game, and that puts us at 8-0, and we look forward to this Friday night against Ringo High School.
Your friends and neighbors at Dalton Whitfield Bank and Trust invite you to call or come by and talk to one of our friendly account representatives about our full range of deposit and loan services at competitive rates. There's no service charge for regular checking accounts maintaining an average balance of $500 in your checking account, and no service charge for Classic Club checking accounts for people 50 years of age or older. There's no limit on the number of checks you write, no charge for ATM transactions, plus checks and deposit tickets are returned to you with your monthly statement. So come on in, and while you're at Dalton Whitfield Bank and Trust, discover how easy and convenient it is to have your Social Security or payroll check deposited directly into your account at Dalton Whitfield Bank and Trust. For more information about our services, call 226-1500. That's 226-1500. Or come by Dalton Whitfield Bank and Trust on the corner of Thornton and Morris Street. Dalton Whitfield Bank and Trust, what you want a bank to be. Member FDIC.
That's Mommy's little sweetheart.
Now there's a new Stainmaster carpet that handles foot traffic like never before. New Stainmaster Extra Life. Only from DuPont.
At Carpets of Dalton, we're rebuilding. That's right, we're rebuilding our galleries and our furniture showroom, but don't wait on a new showroom.
We have thousands of square feet of quality name brand furniture with new orders arriving daily.
So during our warehouse showroom sale, you can save on floor samples and all the custom orders.
So for quality and value, don't forget
Carpets of Dalton, exit 135, under the big sign in Dalton, Georgia.
We hope you've enjoyed the Bill Chappell Show tonight. Now for his closing comments, let's welcome back Coach Chappell. Coach, you have 3 new coaches on your staff this year. You might bring me up to date. I'm not familiar with all of them, and the fans might like to get a little better acquainted with our new coaches.
Well, Mac, actually we have 4.
4, okay.
Yeah, because we have Matt Lynn, who is what they call a community coach, which is something that the state of Georgia is trying on a 2-year trial basis, where you don't have to be a teacher to coach. You just have to be, they call it a community coach.
Right.
And of course, Matt comes to us. He's a Dalton boy, and he played for us in the secondary. He played for Auburn. He's got those SEC championship rings on him.
I see him.
He's full of enthusiasm. He was an aerospace engineer major, and he wants to be a teacher now. And we're trying to get him certified so he can be a teacher. And he does a heck of a job working with our secondary along with Coach Bennett. Coach Bennett, Jim Bennett, came to us from Bremen, where he was a head coach there. He's also been a head coach at Model High School. Jim has about 17 years experience. Tremendous person, outstanding coach. He's doing a great job for us. And he works with our secondary also in the varsity.
He's a strength coach.
He's also a strength coach, and I look for that to show a lot of improvement. Jim has got a lot of experience. Then we have Brian Edwards. Brian has about 3 or 4 years experience over in Alabama. And he's another enthusiastic person. He's doing a heck of a job working with Coach McClurg with the defensive linebackers and ends, and he also handles that area on the JV squad. And of course, Matt is on the JV squad too. And then we have Ron Swopes.
Yeah.
Ron Swopes is his first year for Ron. Ron is working with Coach Katie with the offensive lineman, and he's coming along and developing real fast and showing a lot of confidence and enthusiasm. I'm really pleased with our junior varsity program this year. I'm really pleased with that because they're undefeated right now. And they play with such intensity and enthusiasm, and I credit all that to certainly to the kids, but to Coach Pontonio, who's the head JV coach, and to Ron and Matt and Brian. It's a lot of fun to watch them play. It's a lot of fun to watch them work with those guys because they go out there and they're really enthusiastic. And then I think that it's brought a lot of enthusiasm to our overall staff. And, you know, new blood sometimes.
That's what I was going to say.
New blood sometimes is you need a transfusion.
You need a blend there of the old
right.
and the new.
You need a transfusion. Of course, the old coaches we got have done their same old job. They do an excellent job, and I'm well pleased.
Well, Coach, the dedication of the boys and the dedication of the coaches, and that's the reason we're 8-0, and we want to wish you well this coming Friday night with Ringgold. Stay tuned for the rest of the Bill Chappell Show. This is Mac McIntosh saying see you in Ringgold.